welcome to my Barcelona vlog, which tried to get Daniel in this vlog as much as possible, but he really doesn't do social media or cameras, so he might smile here and there, but don't be surprised if he doesn't always look in the camera. I always find takeoff as my favourite part. We were quite lucky that we had no one sitting in our window seat, so it was just me, Daniel and then a spare seat, so I got to film quite a lot on the way out. Our flight was quite early in the morning, so all we could stomach was a pot of Pringles, and even though Daniel had had his own, he still tried to steal mine. He absolutely loves Pringles. Whilst I was on this flight, I actually did quite a bit of editing. I edited my last YouTube vlog, which is already live on this flight, and it went quite quickly because it's only an hour and 50-minute flight from the UK to Barcelona, so it went super quick. I spent a lot of the flight just looking out the window. It's one of my favourite things to do, and then we were finally landing and I could see that tall little hotel there, which was where we were staying. And after landing, it was probably the quickest we'd ever got through the airport. The security lines were literally nothing. Our bags were already on the conveyor belt by the time we got out from the flight. So we pretty much managed to get in a taxi straight away to our hotel, and I'm so happy because we were actually staying at the W Hotel on Barcelona Beach. Our hotel room wasn't ready straight away, so we went along the marina for some lunch, which I forgot to film because we were so hungry, and then went and got an iced drink and some new clothes because it was boiling 34-degree heat and I was not in the right attire. We landed and got to the hotel at about 11 o'clock, but we couldn't actually check in until about 3 p.m, which is why I had to change clothes. And this was our room. How amazing. This was the evening because we actually had a nap and fell asleep and went out for some dinner afterwards. I was actually feeling so much better after this nap. I felt so tired before. We went to this little Italian restaurant which was quite close by, and the food was really good. And then in the evening on a Sunday, Barcelona do a wet deck party, so we went and checked this out for about 2 hours. Happy Monday everyone. We just got up and had some breakfast, and I've just got myself ready because we're going to have a beach day. We had some room service for the first time. Absolutely smashed it all. So yeah, I can't believe I'm actually staying at the W Hotel, but I must say the only con about it is these rooms are not soundproof. We can hear everything like banging, building. They have wet deck parties on Sundays, which we went to for a couple of hours, and then came into the room, got in bed, and we could hear like all the music. And then at like 12:30 last night, there were people literally arguing in the corridor, which I didn't expect. So it was a very late night. Didn't go to bed till after 1 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, the weather looks amazing. So let me just show you our view. So this is our view from the hotel room. That's the beach, and then there's actually another pool down there as well. So we're probably going to go to the beach today. It goes quite a long way, as you can see, and there's little beach bars and stuff you can get drinks and food from. But it's just, yeah, the weather looks so good. We also had complimentary drinks and chocolates. I had some chocolates, and Daniel had a drink. I don't drink alcohol. Yeah, so I don't drink alcohol, so I had some of the chocolates, which were nice. They've been really lovely. They've been doing like little bits for us because I put on the booking that it's our anniversary, which it is, and we got like wristbands to go to the wet deck party, and we could just walk in and out as we wanted, which was so good because the queues to get into this party were mad. I think like it's quite a well-known party here, and I've seen it go around all Barcelona TikTok, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to stay at the hotel as well. There's just so many like amazing things. I will say though, it is so expensive. We paid €35 for our continental breakfast that got delivered. It literally had 3 bits of toast, 3 croissants, some yogurt. We had to pay €10 for 2 packets of cereal, had some juice, and then like 1 coffee and a bowl of fruit, and that was like €35. But it was so nice just to sit in our room with the curtains open, looking at the ocean with our room service. Like, what a treat, and how amazing is that? Yeah, it's just so good. But I think the rest of the days we're here, because we're here for 5 days, we're going to go walking and looking for like little cafes and stuff. We found one yesterday which had really nice brunch, which was good. So yeah, I'm just going to show you like little clips throughout the holiday. As you can see as well, I'm not going to wear makeup today because we are going to go on the beach. but my body doesn't obviously match my face because I'm a fake tanned, because I literally just burn, to be honest. So we spent the morning on the sun loungers, which are actually free to use if you stay at the W Hotel. So this was so nice. I've got my finger in the camera the whole time. I'd seen on TikTok that honest greens were really popular in Barcelona, so we tried the food there. It was nice, but it was super expensive. And then I went for a walk along the beach. This water was actually really warm but refreshing at the same time. I was absolutely sizzling in this 30-degree heat. That evening we went out for some dinner at a restaurant nearby called Salt, which was really nice, and then we went for a nice walk along the beach. I went and got myself some pastry and some cookies, and I just sat on the beach eating it, watching the sunset go down, which was really, really nice, and it was so calming. Okay, so it's evening and I'm just going to take a walk up to the 25th floor. So a lift up to the 25th floor because apparently they have bars up there and I just want to see what it looks like. Unfortunately, I couldn't get to the top bars, but the top floor before the bars, which is the 25th floor, has this like bird's eye view of everything in Barcelona, which is absolutely stunning. The next day it was a bit cooler as it had rained overnight, so we stayed in our room and got some room service, and this was just the view while we were having our room service, which was still really lovely even if it was really overcast, and it cooled down quite a bit the next day, but it was still quite humid when you went out. We were only staying at the W for 2 nights, and then our next hotel was the Universal Barcelona, and we stayed here the rest of the trip, which was 3 days. So we dropped our bags off and then we went out for a walk because there are loads of shops and stuff nearby. So of course I went into Sephora and had a look at all their little goodies. I love going in here and seeing all the minis that they have. However, I have noticed that they've gone up so much in price since I've last been. We then went for some lunch at this popular place, Brunch and Cake, which I've seen everyone on TikTok, and I didn't really rate it, so I think that's why I forgot to film it, because the food was not that good. Once we'd finished there, we went home and checked in, and then we went out for some lunch at our favourite pasta place called Machina. We love it here because it's €8 for any pasta you want. And then we went out for a walk and some sightseeing in the evening. The next day we then went sightseeing and bought one of those hop on hop off bus tour tickets, and we went around and saw loads of sights of Barcelona. We even came across the cable cars, but I have a massive fear of heights, so there was no way in heck that I was going to get on one of those. We sat on the bus for quite a few stops and saw some amazing sights until we got to the FC Barcelona, and then Daniel wanted to get off and have a look round in their immersive tour bit as they're rebuilding the arena there, and have to admit it was pretty amazing. However, the tickets were super expensive for what you got. We also had some photos taken at the start, however we didn't actually buy them because they were €30 per photo, which I thought was an absolute scam if I'm being honest. However, the immersive tour was really good, and I was really amazed by all of the graphics and everything. This was just one of the rooms. It was so good. After the tour we decided to get off somewhere for lunch, and then the heavens absolutely opened, so we ended up in a coffee shop. Hi guys, it is Wednesday now. I keep forgetting to check in, but I'm taking so many little clips of our days, so I think I'll try and add in some clips. We're in the second hotel now, which is the Universal Barcelona, and it's more in the city, so we're doing loads of walking. We've done well over 20,000 steps, so I just keep taking little videos of all the bits and bobs we're doing. This YouTube video will be shorter. I think I'm more just trying to be in the moment and enjoying it, but so far had a really good time. We've done loads of eating, so I will probably show you everything that I've been eating, and there will be a shorts video, I'm sure of it. But yeah, I can't wait to get back to normal and do more vlogs, so I will post the rest of this evening and tomorrow as our last day before we go home on Friday morning. That evening we went out for dinner again, and we ended up at Machina again, which we love because it's so good. And as I said, you can pick any pasta and sauce. So I had their penne with pomodoro and then focaccia bread, and it's just such a good pricing. I really wish they had one in the UK because pasta is my favourite food and it's so good. After we had dinner, we went for a little walk around the marina and the shops to try and find some presents to bring back for Daniel's parents for babysitting our pug. I also found some nail varnishes for me to take home because Kiko do the best nail varnishes there are, so these were the ones that I decided to get for myself. If I'm being honest, I really could have come home with a lot more. However, our suitcase didn't have a lot of room or space for allowance of luggage, so I just picked out the ones that I liked and then got Daniel's mum a few as well because she really likes the Kiko nail varnishes as well. And this baby pink colour is currently the colour I've painted my nails right now because it is so cute. We then stopped off for a quick drink whilst we were sat at the marina as it was still really warm in the evening. This is just us and the view is amazing. I love looking at all the cruise ships. We then had some dessert. I have been a sucker for the desserts out here. They have been so good. So I had a waffle with 2 scoops of ice cream and some strawberries. The walk back was probably about 25 minutes, which is really good because it allowed me to walk off all of my food. And then the next morning, this was our breakfast. We decided to go for a walk that morning to the Barcelona markets after having our breakfast. We went there last year and we really enjoyed it. However, it was probably the wrong time of day to go because we had literally just eaten. But I did pick up a strawberry with some chocolate on, which I didn't absolutely love. I thought so. It's our last day and we are at the markets in Barcelona. It was super busy and as I said, I picked up a strawberry stick with some chocolate on, which I didn't love. I didn't think the chocolate tasted that amazing on it, and I managed to leak it all down my dress in the first 5 seconds of eating it, which put me off, so I didn't finish it if I'm being honest. We then went for a walk to the biggest Zara in Europe. It was quite big and I was quite amazed by it, and I picked myself up one of these perfumes. It was only €8 and I absolutely swear by Zara perfumes as being the best. We then went for a bit more of a walk and had this pizza which is meant to be the best in Barcelona, and it was really nice. We then came back to our hotel which has a rooftop, and we had a drink at the rooftop whilst we chilled out for the evening before going out again later that day for some dinner. So it is our last morning here and we've just had breakfast and are about to leave the hotel to fly home. All dressed and ready to go. Suitcase is packed. Say goodbye to the outside. We literally had a McDonald's right opposite, and then down this road there's loads of shops, and over there there was a really nice coffee shop in between them trees.